Hey y'all. Alright, so I'm back here to show you, like I told you in the last video, what I've been working on. So I'm going to show you everything that I've been doing. You get to see the new guitar, and then I'll give you the rhyme and the reason of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Alright. Okay. So, when I'm in my car, practicing at work, one of the things that I do is walking bass lines and chords. So I figured that I can use that when I'm playing with a melody instrument, or even when I'm playing by myself and using it for the solo guitar, like I was talking about. So walking bass line, like I said, what I saw in a video is you do want to make sure you're hitting chord tones on 1 and 3. So like if we had a 2-5-1 going from D minor 7 to the G7 to the C major 7. So then what I came up with would be like so then with that you can go, you can go 1, that'd be beat 1, half step below, beat 3, and then beat 4 is to get to the next one. So that'd be half step above. So that's one that you can use. Or let's see, we can go let's see, that one really wasn't a good one. So let's see if we go. That's probably better. So we're coming up with these bass lines. Those two I just made up right here and there, just with the I guess the theory or the formula. And that's one thing I want to highlight is you learn the formula, and then you can put it together however you see fit and whatever you think sounds good. So I used the half steps and came up with one way, or you can walk in and play different. You can play different, like a scale pattern if you want that sound, and then basically you just have to work it out to what you like and what sounds good, and then stick with that. So that's another big point that is really stuck with me, is like you have to work this stuff out. When you see these people playing, they're just not up there improvising it like immediately on the spot. So if you look at a Joe Pass, now there may be some improvised elements to it, but everything that he's playing, he's not making it up right there on the spot. It's stuff that he's worked out in the shed, and then he can just put it together. Similarly to speaking, like a language, because I know music is compared to that a lot. So it'd be the same in this instance as well. So what you're doing is you have these phrases that you've learned and you know the meanings of. So then if someone asks you a question or you need to say something back to someone, you can put together these phrases and you know what they sound like, and then you can convey what your meaning is. So that was a big thing, because I thought I just had to kind of just let my fingers move and then they would just automatically come up with something. But it's you have to work out multiple different ways and experiment, and then when you improvise, you just take the things that you've experimented with and that you know that sound good and put them together in that moment and create something. Similarly to, like, let's say if we are in the C major, and then to play it maybe like in a bossa feel. I had to have played a bossa in order to do that, but then I know this particular shape, and then I can just add something to it. Or if we play, so that'd be more of a like a swing kind of thing, and then it's because I've played that before. So then I can just pull it out and not really think about it, and then it works. Or if I go, I know those notes. I know the notes that I was playing, and I know those versions of those voicings, and then I know what it's gonna sound like, so I can just put it together, and then I can improvise something off of it. So I can do that, and I wasn't applying that to everything, and opening up that stronghold and really knocking it down is what's helping my playing to get better in that way. So I'm working on bass lines, trying to go through the different rules. I have a book that I'm working through, and then just looking at some YouTube videos of bass players, and just trying to follow the rules. Cause and I exhale because it's the rules give you freedom and they set you free. And I thought, like, oh, I gotta break the rules, because coming from my background, when you learned about music, it was from a European perspective, and in there's all these things about parallel fifths and parallel motion, and you're not supposed to go, But if you play jazz, that works. Or if you play pop music that we invented, we meaning Americans, we do parallel motion all the time, and it works. So I just had in my head like, oh well, no, I don't need any rules, and because it took me a long time to break out of that. And the way they teach it to you is typically there's a rule. They teach you the rules, you operate in the rules, and then they say like, okay, well, break them, and then you're like, well, then why did I spend all this time learning them? But what I've learned now is they're guides versus a rule. So sometimes, like, let's say, I'll go ahead and say like a stop sign, or we'll take a traffic light. So if you're out and about and it's like 3 o'clock at night and nobody is there, and a traffic light comes up and it's unusually red and nobody is around, I would go past that traffic light. Or if you're in a part of town that you really don't feel safe in, I would go past that red light. Now that's breaking the rule, but it's meant for a guide. Now, of course, if it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and everybody else is driving, I'm not running red lights. It's just you have to use it where it works. So yeah, man. These are just because you gotta get your mindset right, and then get your tool set right with your skill set, and all of this is getting your mindset right. So, walking bass, that's one.